And as well, thank you, CFJ, for this organizing this side event. As well, thank you, Prof. Joy and Commissioner Hatim, for enjoying us this side event as well. And thank you, audience, all you being here in this discussion as well. I would say that we as like Sudanese civil society, we welcome that declaration that just released this morning, and we very glad that this work between collaboration between UN and African Commission mechanisms (FFM) that now be embodying and gonna be effectively that we've been calling on this, and we've been waiting on this collaboration to be active, and we need that this collaboration as Sudanese civil society as well. And in terms of AWAFI documentation on the ground, we would say that the consequences of this devastating war in Sudan is catastrophic on civilian lives as well, particularly those who are still now living in IDBs and refugees camp in Sudan and inside in Sudan, and as well in externally places in neighboring countries as like Libya, Chad, Uganda, South Sudan, as well as in Egypt. Through our maintained investigation that we conducted in Al Fashia, late October 2025, we by one interviews with survivors and victims, we conducted that the survivors' testimony still confirmed that there's thousands of civilians have been killed in cold blood. This including extrajudicial killing, rape, gang rape, and as well as mass killing. Some of these testimony as well confirm that some of those who were being killed are just targeted based on ethnicity and social affiliation, that such like the Kawa and Berti, and as well as Tunjur communities, as well as thousands of girls and women have been facing war situation on sexual violence, as well as detention and killing. And also, we released just recently a special report that conducting in demographic changes that regarding of the mass displacement that happened in Darfur, especially in three states in Darfur: Central and West, and South Darfur state. So we documented that like over 1,000 village and areas in those states have been removed and looted and destroyed. Some of them is just partly, and some of them completely. In terms of human rights defender situation in Sudan, we based on daily monitoring and documentation, we also documented that several as like tens or 15 human rights defenders, as like activists, journalists, lawyers, and humanitarian workers has been arrested in Darfur region, as well as now their detention in Niala as well, especially in Niala, and some places are just randomly, and some places now they unknown their places as well. Regarding of shrinking of the civic space, we documented that some of those working on operating in Darfur as well, our organization, AWAFI, in Darfur, are we facing like forced closures because of RSF and TASIS alliance saying that the last month announced that every civil society organization needed to register again in Niala city that they needed of resume their operation as well. This which is mean that RSF forcing all the NGOs working to be aligned with their work. In terms of expectation of human Sudanese NGOs and on this just collaboration between UN and African fact-finding mission, we expected that this collaboration will be affect more and advance that this when we need that expectation to be implemented on the ground between this collaboration that we expected to release or to be in board that just push the Sudanese authorities as well as the war parties as SAF and RSF to be to enhance more coordinating to in terms of coordination and in terms of the logistic operation that needed this collaboration between fact-finding missions to be entered the Sudan, as well as we expected more joint work regarding all the process of the documentation and semantic reports that we needed to be released, as well as we expected that to include the OSAN operation included all the process of the documentation as well, that some data and some information needed to be more verified. So sometimes as we working on that, we recommended that to be included OSAN as well on this report. As well, we in conclusion, we just call, please, we just call that human rights network nationally and internationally to continue the effort on documentation, which is needed that to ensure all the crimes is documented and perceived and later to be on process of the accountability. As well, we urge all the stakeholders as well as to push more to be a ceasefire in Sudan, that we ensure that civilians now live more needed more protection as well as near humanitarian responses as well. And also we urge the AU Peace and Security Council in coordinating with African Commission as well as with African FFM to hold a public session on the African FFM upcoming report, as Commissioner Hatim saying that there is going to release the next report. We urge that to holding a public session on that report to endorse this recommendation and to encourage to coordinating diplomatic pressure on the AU and UN coordination to ensure that at least ceasefire will be happen in Sudan. Yeah, thank you so much.